Welcome to 60 Skills. And today we will have a reading on the letter I from Initial Experiences with the Kabbalah. Please excuse my reading glasses and the associated glare. The letter I, light opal, bright rainbow color, low tone, a rumbling earthquake type of sound, heaviness and gravity. Akasha, it represents cause and effect or karma. The mental level, it represents memory, remembrance, and conscience. At the astral level, it represents the astral matrix. And at the physical and material level, it represents analogy. First session, 12 Akashic, 63 mental, and 406 astral recitations. As with most of the earth-oriented letters, I go screaming out of the Akasha and into the astral level as the gravity of the letter takes over. In this case, I come slamming down into a cave. Within the cave lies a giant skeleton, seemingly mummified and belonging to something long dead. Crystals, or perhaps jewels, lie at points along the bones of the skeleton. In a strange way, I seem to understand that this is a type of warning as to the after effect of mummification of the astral body for purposes of life extension. While you may indeed live longer, the required price seems unpleasant. I turn and walk out of the cave into my own astral matrix. The enormity of this is difficult to describe. The astral body suspends itself in space, and I can see stars in the distance. At the edge of my vision, I see a huge crystal spire with a glowing sphere lighting the place. The guardian is difficult to see, but I am aware he is nearby, and he begins to speak. He says to reinforce the astral matrix by drawing Akasha in using the letter E and converting it to the substance of the astral matrix. Then stabilize the matrix with vital energy. The second part is very important. The relationship between the tissues are the fascia is to the astral and mental matrices, as the body is to the soul and spirit. It is the difference between growing bone, tendon, and muscle. Elemental dissolution likewise accelerates with age, but mummification of the astral body largely slows or stops magical development. This last part seems confusing, as it is unclear if the process stops development or merely brings it to a crawl. That particular phrase was spoken or possibly transmitted as a thought form at the same time. It may have been a conceptual translation error for something that no English term exists. I need to ponder this. Many other things came through. Continued warnings about using the letters E and I on the astral mental levels, potentially bringing back the memories of former incarnations, and then over-identifying with them. One potential workaround is to refuse to accept any personal responsibility for the karma of past lives in the present. The use of E and I on the physical level to greatly enhance strength, particularly via adding it to food, also comes to mind. The letter I in particular comes across as more of a bright rainbow color and can be actively used at the physical level to strengthen the body while lifting weights. It works by drawing more astral substance through into the physical. In many ways, the letter I acts as a kind of switchboard for moving energy between the different levels of existence. On that note, it can be used to facilitate physical manifestations of energies if performed before the primary letter. As the guardian shows me how to reinforce the astral matrix, the setting goes from day to night. I determine this is my consciousness drifting closer to the physical realm than the astral. After going back and forth with this a few times, I notice my body is beginning to tire from having supported an earth letter this long. I say goodbye to the guardian, depart, and return my consciousness to my physical body. Everything hurts when I open my eyes. Practice advice on the letter I. If the letter Z is the key to feats of athleticism that involve endurance, then the letter I is the key to activities that involve strength. As was transmitted in meditation to me, quote unquote, this is how we bind and move energy between bodies. The letter I lubricates the movement of energy between the Akashic, mental, astral, and physical bodies. If attempting to bring something into form, perform the letter I first and it will ease the transition involved. Additionally, this can be used to suppress cancer and other terminal diseases via binding and compression of energy, particularly when combined with diet. Note, this does not eliminate the conditions causing the problem. It does buy you time, however. In traditional Chinese medicine, this is why earth body types do not contract cancer, but frequently suffer from heat-based diseases. To enhance strength, generate the letter I while lifting weights. Only do this using the compound lifts, clean, deadlift, press, and squat, as abnormally strengthening isolation exercises will result in injuries. It transmits additional astral energy into the physical and results in an increase in strength. As an earth letter, its grounding nature is not particularly useful for endurance events, although strength endurance, as utilized in strongman events, might be an exception. Specifically, this works by linking the astral to the physical and stimulating the fascia tissue. It is an earth element with the feeling of physical power in whatever environment you want. Perform this, melting the energy of the letter into the physical first, and the magnetic aspect of the earth element has the effect of lightening the weight you are lifting. Unusual strength is governed by this letter, and professional athletes frequently display this color in their aura. At higher speeds, it tends to vibrate. When finished with your practice, push all of this energy into the energy center above your head, as keeping it in the body will make you stiff. To activate, breathe the letter into the astral body and then vigorously dump it into the physical body. Over time, it has the effect of binding the astral body to the physical and aids physical manifestation of power. I suspect professional athletes shorten their lifespan by binding the astral to their physical bodies and failing to reinforce their astral energy, exclusive of the injuries and drug use involved. If you enjoyed today's reading, please hit the subscribe button down below and give us a like. If you'd like to order a copy of the book or learn more about the 60 Skills curriculum, look at the details included with this video. Otherwise, train hard and be well.